Hello everyone. It's that time of the semester where we do our final. So for my final, I have my lovely brother. He's going to pretend to be my student. I will be his teacher. Just a quick synopsis of what we're doing. We're going to be doing dance and trying to explain the American Revolution using dance. So for our first activity, Orlando, here's what I want you to do. I want you to grab London, okay? You and I are going to play a little quick game of tug of war, okay? I want you to pull as hard as you can. Alrighty? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Pull! Don't let go! Okay. So he's actually a lot stronger than he looks.
Yeah.
So, Orlando, I want you to take a look at this. So, we are going to be talking about the American Revolutionary War.
Alright.
Okay. And you know how there was a winner and a loser in our game of tug of war?
Yes.
Well, it's very similar to that of when America and Britain were fighting.
Alright.
Now, mind you, you were very strong in this game, hence why you won, and I'm very weak. But in this war, it was vice versa. The weak side, in this case, was America. It was just a starting out country, actually defeated Britain, which at the time was this great empire and was conquering like a lot of different states and countries, and they actually were still semi in control of America before America decided to become its own country. You with me so far?
Yep.
Alrighty. So what we're going to do next is we're going to head towards the board, okay? So we're going to go over there. Okay, so over here, what I did was I made this awesome timeline. I don't know if the camera can see, but I'm just going to bring it up real quickly. So here's our timeline. It lists just a few different types of events that occurred in the American Revolution. So the American Revolution had a lot of different, over here, Bob, had a lot of different events, battles, wars, different, again, just different events that happened in America.
Right.
And we wanted America, and America at the time was just in this strain with Britain. So at the time, we had what was called the Boston Massacre, where in 1770, some British soldiers, according to textbooks, they're not 100% sure who actually shot, but British soldiers and Americans shot each other and actually killed a lot of Americans, hence the Boston Massacre. Then in 1773, two other very important events that we had there was the Tea Act on May 10th, 1773. That was when Britain decided to have, when Britain's parliament or their government decided to tax American tea. And that was a big no-no because at the time, they weren't telling their people that they were going to tax the tea. They just said, here, I'm going to slap a tax on this tea and make it even more expensive than what it originally was, which wasn't fair for the American people because they had no say in whether or not that tea should have been taxed. Which then, in December 16th of 1773, led to the Boston Tea Party. That basically was the start of almost this revolution where a group of Americans decided to take a bunch of this tea that Britain carted in all the way and dump it into the Boston Harbor. And they had what was called the Boston Tea Party. So then from there, 1775, another event, we had the Ride of Paul Revere. You probably know you'll probably recognize him because he's the guy that goes, the British are coming, the British are coming. You've heard that saying, huh? And in 1776, just one of the battles that occurred, not 1776, no, in 1776, we had, what happened was, on March 17th, the British evacuated Boston, Massachusetts, but they didn't officially leave the United States. They just kind of camped out in Canada for a little while for reinforcements. But on July 4th, 1776, Congress then decided to adopt the Declaration of Independence. That did not necessarily mean the war was over, though. So in 1783, on November 25th, that's when all of the British troops decided to leave America. Again, there's a lot of different battles, but because of time, we don't exactly have the time to go over it. But in 1783, November 25th, British troops leave New York City, and roughly 4 years later, on September 17th, 1787, the U.S. Constitution was established. Okay? Mm-hmm. So now what we're going to do, Orlando, is we are going to watch a quick video, because what I would like to do is I want to explain the American Revolution using dance. Obviously that sounds kind of silly because it's history. History's not supposed to be, creative and funky and doing like the floss dance. So what I found is I found a video on YouTube from a musical called Hamilton, and one of the songs is called The Battle of Yorktown, which took place during the Revolutionary War. And it's a perfect explanation using song and dance to explain the Revolutionary War while also showing you and explaining to you what was going on during that time. Okay?
Okay.
Alrighty, so we're going to move over to the computer real quickly. So, due to the fear of copyrights, I'm only going to play a snippet of the song so I don't accidentally get in trouble. I'll make sure to thank the owners of this particular song for letting us use it. But yeah, so we're going to play a quick snippet, Orlando, of the Hamilton Yorktown World Turned Upside Down. So click that.
Writing's not magic.
Whoops, sorry.
Actually can help. This.
Here we go. So Orlando, let's watch the video real quick.
Remember from the morning, history has its eyes. History has its eyes on you. We're finally on the field. We've had quite a run. We get the job done. So what happens if we win?
I go back to France. I bring freedom to my people if I'm given a chance.
We'll be with you when you do.
Go lead your men.
I'll see you on the other side.
Till we meet again. Let's go.
I'm not going away, ma. I'm just like my country. I'm not scrappy and hungry, and I'm not going away, ma. I am not going away, ma. To the world turns upside down. To the world turns upside down. I imagine that so much it feels more like a memory. This is where it gets me. On my feet, the enemy ahead of me. If this is the end of me, at least I have a friend with me. Repping with my hands at command and my men with me. Then I remember my Elias is expecting me. Not only that, my Elias is expecting. So we gotta go, we gotta get the job done. We gotta start a new nation. Gotta meet my son. Take the bullets out your gun. The bullets out your gun. We move undercover and we move as one. Through the night we have one shot to live another day. We cannot let a straight gunshot give us
gonna stop there. So, due to time reasons, give me 1 second. So, after watching a snippet of that video, you saw how some people were using dance to explain the American Revolution or a particular event that happened during this time, yes?
Yes.
Awesome. So, for our next part, what we're going to do is we are going to try to explain events in the American Revolution, whether that's towards the beginning, towards the end, or towards the middle, through dance. You excited? Alrighty. It's going to be kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't really want to dance.
You don't really want to dance? That's okay. It's going to be fun, trust me. So I'm going to show you a quick example of what the dance or using dance to explain a event in the American Revolution, how to basically, I'm just going to show you my dance moves and how we can use that to explain an event in our American history, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty, let me go get set up real quickly. So Orlando, not only are you going to be my DJ, but I am going to need you to pay attention to my dance moves.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can explain history through dance first, okay? So what I did was I decided to pick the Preamble, or our U.S. Constitution, and I'm using the song from Schoolhouse Rock, the Preamble song.
Alright.
Okay? So can you go be my DJ real quickly and
Alright.
click the not yet. So the reason why I'm picking just this snippet again is because of time-wise, and it's perfect because it goes over what the preamble is. Alrighty?
Alright.
Okay, Orlando. When you're ready, press play.
Alright, here we go.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare at hand, secure the blessings of liberty.
Sorry, I'm going to start again. I have a better idea of what I'm doing now.
Alright, when you're ready.
Okay, go.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare at hand, secure the blessings of liberty, to ourselves and our posterity do ordain and establish this Constitution.
Okay, Orlando, so this next part of our lesson, what we're going to do is you and I are going to do a dance together, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I have some songs out here that I printed out with the lyrics. And what we're going to do is, again, because it's based off of time, we're just going to take a snippet of that song and we're going to create a dance for it, okay? Using probably like 3 or 4 moves. So what song do you want to do? So I have some. Let's do
No More Kings.
No More Kings? Okay. So the good thing about No More Kings is it actually, even though, not yet. No, Orlando. Sorry, he's excited. So what we're going to do now, Orlando, is we're going to make up some dance moves. So good thing is with this song, is this actually talks about the Boston Tea Party, which happened towards the beginning of the American Revolution, okay?
Okay.
So, okay, so give me 1 second, we're gonna go towards the board. Alrighty, so what I'm going to to do, Orlando, is I want you to read the we found this a little earlier when we were going over the song lyrics. So there is a part in here about taxation without representation. It's the Boston Tea Party, basically. And what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you read that small paragraph or the stanza out loud. And then once you're done reading it out loud, what we're going to do is we're going to create dance movements or different types of movements to coordinate with this particular stanza. Okay?
Okay.
Alrighty, so can you read it out loud for me?
Alright. He taxed their property. He didn't give them any choice. And back in England, he didn't give them any voice. But when the colonies complained, the king said, I don't care.
Alright.
Tax our cup of tea. We put it kindly, king.
Okay.
We really don't agree.
Okay, that's good. Alrighty. So that's perfect. So that was actually 2 stanzas, but you know what? That's even better. We can work with that. So, what kind of dance moves do you think that we could use for that song? Like, what kind of movements? Now, mind you, I'm not asking you to be a ballerina and to like stand on your toes. But if you say like let me give you an example. So, what was that first line?
The first one, he taxed their property.
Okay, so what we can do for like he taxed our property is, let's say, what's like a negative like body motion that you could do, like
Maybe we can do this for for holding out for $10.
so like Britain is holding out or yeah, you're right. So one of us can be America and another person can be Britain, saying give me money and you're handing money. So that's a good movement. So let me put that on the board. So pretend to give money. So that could be one move. What else can we put in there?
We could.
Let's see. What's another line that stood out to you?
He didn't give them any choice.
He didn't give them any choice. So we can probably, one person could probably put their hand on their hip, and then the other person could go, he didn't give them any choice. Is that a good one? Or what's another movement that you like? I want you to pick this next movement.
And back in England.
Or no, let's go back to he didn't give them any choice. Is there another dance move that we could use for that one? I want
give
you.
them any choice. We could do we could do this when we're kind of saying no, you don't have any more choice.
Well, I kind of already said that as an example. What about what's another one? What's another? If I were, let's say if I were mom, and I said, and I didn't give you any choice, you have to sit down, and I'm not giving you a choice. How does that make you feel?
I make you feel kind of mad.
So, what's another emotion or a physical way to express that you're mad besides an angry face? If you were to physically move your body.
I could do this, and then I could make a little mad face.
Yeah, or if we were moving our body, so I like the whole putting your hands on your hips. So what's another thing that we could do? And so putting our hands on our hips and an angry face. We're not doing a lot of movement though. We need some movement. So what's another one?
What about the king said, I don't care. We could do, I guess, I don't care.
Oh, turning away. That's a good one. So I don't care. We can turn. So turn away. And then, so that's kind of towards the end, would that be our middle? So this would obviously be our first movement. This would probably be our second movement. What's a good last movement?
What about we're gonna dump this tea? We could hold out a cup of tea and then dump it.
Okay, so dump Shall we try it out?
Yep.
Okay, so remember where each part's at, okay?
Alright.
So, pretend to give money is where?
Is it, and then he taxed their property.
Okay, so make sure we listen to he taxed their property,
Alright.
to pretend to give money. So I will be Britain in this case, and you're going to be America, and you're going to give me money.
Alright.
What's this one?
I don't care where we turn away.
Where we turn away. So at the exclamation, I don't care, we're going to turn away. And then number 3.
Well, we are gonna dump the tea like this.
And we're going to dump the tea like this. Okay, then let me go cue up the music, and we'll get that. We'll get that going. Yeah, start that camera, and I'll start this.
Yeah, anything I say, do it my way now. Anything I say, do it my way. Don't you get to be that independent, cause I'm gonna force you to
3,
obey.
4.
He taxed their property, he didn't give them any choice. And back in England, didn't give them any voice. That's called taxation without representation, and it's not fair. But when the colonies complained, the king said, I don't care. He even has the nerve to tax our property. To put it kindly, king, we really don't agree. Gonna show you how we feel. We're gonna dump this tea and turn this
There we go. Good job, bub.
history.
So far you've seen what I can do with the dance, and then we did a dance together. So now what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you pick a song that you want to do, and what you're going to do is you're going to create your own dance moves.
Okay.
Alrighty?
Right.
Now, because of time-wise, and because obviously I only have one student, this actual part would take place over a series of days. But in this case, I'm going to quickly help him, and we're going to establish his song, and he's going to do his song on his own, as if he was presenting in front of a real teacher, in front of a real classroom. Alrighty, bub? So what I'm going to have you do is, I printed out lyrics.
Alright.
I'm going to have you pick a song that's related to American Revolution.
Alright.
So,
I'm gonna do the shot heard around the world.
the shot heard round the world. Alrighty, so the shot heard round the world, just real quick what that one's about. That one's about the actual Revolutionary War, what was going on. Don't play it yet, bub, because I'm going to have you pick out your own dance moves.
Alright.
So, again, because of time-wise, he's going to pick his dance moves, but we're only going to probably do just one stanza of the actual song, or like 30 seconds of it. And yeah, and that's what we're gonna do. So Orlando, I want you to pick a stanza,
Alright.
and then I want you to read it out loud to the camera.
Alright. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna do what I'm gonna start from the back side, and
So it's gonna be towards the end of the song, maybe?
yep, and I'm gonna do allowed in the colony ships and guns
Okay, which part?
right here.
Okay, so read that out loud. So my teacher knows what you'll be doing for.
Alright.
All right.
So maybe for the loading part, I can like pretend I'm putting boxes in the ship, and and then I can like pretend I'm holding a gun.
Okay. So, what else can you do? But remember, that stanza is more than 2 parts. So
Alright. So
come in front of the camera, bub. So
you can do this.
So let's see. So where are you at?
I'm thinking of trying to do this one here.
That one right there too? Okay. I'm gonna pause this real quickly and I'm going to help him out. But as you can see, he's kind of got an idea of what he wants to do for his dance. But again, this would take a period of days. So I'm gonna quickly help him. I'm probably gonna pause this video real quickly. Although in the actual video it'll probably only be 30, like you won't even notice that I paused it, but I'm gonna quickly help him so then he can do his actual dance. Alrighty, here we go. So Orlando's gonna show you his little dance that he practiced. I'm gonna be his little DJ. Okay, buddy?
Alright.
So here we go, shot heard round the world.
British are coming, the British are coming. Now the rider Paul Revere set the nation on its ear, and the shot at Lexington heard round the world. When the British fired in the early dawn, the War of Independence had begun. The die was cast, the rebel flag unfurled.
Okay. Awesome, dude. That was great. Okay. So I know it was really short, but again, because of time, it was cut short. So, Orlando, I'm just going to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
So, what did you like about this activity, and what did you dislike about this activity?
Probably the dislike part. I didn't really like dancing.
That's okay. Alrighty.
Probably the favorite part is that I gotta be the DJ.
You gotta be the DJ? Okay. And Orlando, what do you think was one of the most important aspects of the American Revolution?
I think the point in revolution is that they saved our country.
Who saved our country?
The Americans.
The Americans. And why did they save our country? Or how did the Americans save our country?
Because they fought really hard and they didn't let them get the flag.
Yeah, close. But remember that timeline that we did?
Yeah.
So on that timeline, what was one of the things that we did? It was also the first song that I danced to.
All right.
Remember the song that I did?
The song you did?
Yeah, when I was dancing by myself.
The No More Kings?
No, the first one, the preamble.
The preamble. Alright.
You remember? What was the thing that ended the entire war? Or what was one of the things that helped us with our independence?
That we wrote the stuff on the board?
No, it was the U.S. Constitution, remember?
Oh yeah.
The U.S. Constitution. Can you say that with me?
The U.S. Constitution.
The U.S. Constitution. Alrighty?
Alright.
So, but this was a fun little way that we can explain American history. Could you just stop bouncing, please? To explain our parts of our American history through dance, right?
Right.
So, although we are not perfect dancers, it was really fun. So, if I was giving Orlando a homework assignment to take home, it would probably, because this would be a multiple day lesson, it would probably be to pick a song, like one of the songs that we just did today, and he would have to pick one of those and use the lyrics, and he'd probably be in a group of 3 to 4 other kids. And what I would have them do is I would have them take those lyrics and start creating their own dance moves using the entire song. But other than that, this is my final, and thank you so much for letting us do this. Thank you again, Orlando. Bye. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you.